And finally, to our special segment, Resurgent Africa. Amid stories of coups and crises, we get you tales of hope and positivity that often get overlooked, but not on this show. In a world where the effects of climate change are felt in every corner, the fight for a sustainable future has many heroes. Countless young activists are working tirelessly under the radar. Among them is an inspiring 18-year-old from Zambia, Bridget Chanda. Now, she lost both her legs at the age of 7, but now she is on a mission to teach climate change to specially abled students in sign language. Here's our report.
When discussing young climate activists, Greta Thunberg's name stands out prominently. Her efforts in addressing the climate crisis have made her a global icon. Yet, different parts of the world have their own climate champions who are not as widely recognized as Thunberg. Meet Zambia's Bridget Chanda. She's an 18-year-old amputee dedicated to spreading climate change awareness. After developing gangrene at the age of 7, her legs were amputated. But that's no obstacle in her mission to spread awareness about climate change. Bridget uses sign language to educate deaf students at her school about the climate crisis facing all of us. Bridget joined this school, which has many special needs students, in 2022. This was after she experienced stigma and bullying at her previous school. Here, she found a more inclusive environment. At first, she learned sign language to communicate effectively with her peers. But this has also helped her in spreading awareness about climate change to her schoolmates. This has also coincided with the growing focus on climate change in Zambia.
When I came, it was challenging for me, yes, quite all right, because by then I never knew sign language, so it was very difficult for me to communicate with them. But as time goes on, I discovered I just have to know sign language so that I can be helping them in one or two things.
Zambia has been hit hard by climate change, with extreme weather causing significant disruption. It has faced droughts that have cracked the land and heavy rains that have disrupted many lives. In response, the Zambian government mandated climate change education in schools. Since sign language is not officially recognized in Zambia, advocates like Chanda provide crucial support for students with special needs. 18-year-old Bridget has worked as an interpreter in various schools and communities. She translates climate-smart techniques into sign language while experts speak aloud. These sessions cover a range of topics, from drip irrigation to empowering women in farming. Bridget tries her best to ensure that she conveys the message to the students effectively. But sometimes it's a challenge to teach new concepts. She says it's extremely difficult to explain certain words in sign language, like, for example, mulching, which means to add organic material to the soil to help retain moisture. But Bridget is not one to give up. She has found hacks to get her message across, like spelling out the words.
Let's say, for instance, there are some words that I don't usually manage, like signing them. But if I don't know, I just spell them, because they know they are here to learn. So if I spell the same thing, they'll understand. So there are some words that I do just signing, but there are other ways that are difficult that I can't manage signing them. So if I can't manage, I just spell for them, then they'll know what I'm talking about.
Bridget aspires to join an agricultural guidance program after completing her education. Her efforts highlight the importance of inclusivity and the need for diverse approaches to address global hot-button issues. 18-year-old Bridget is a fine example of how we shouldn't let obstacles in life deter us from what we want to achieve. Because where there's a will, there's a way.
First Post reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. South Africa goes to the polls on the 29th of May. I will track the election and bring you ground reports. Is it the end of the road for the African National Congress? And will former President Jacob Zuma stage a dramatic comeback? From elections to climate change, to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global South. Join me every weekday live on First Post.